Skål gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Pour yourself a drink. This is Tipsy Wednesday, the most epic podcast in Norway. With me, as usual, Björn
Greetings.
and Thomas.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the show.
And silence.
And silence because it's so fucking hot in here.
Oh, has summer arrived in the north of Norway?
Summer has arrived in my computer room.
In your computer room, okay.
Nothing else.
How is the weather up north?
Rainy, still cold. Wouldn't say it's anywhere near summer at all.
Yesterday was the most beautiful day ever. Right here, right?
But,
The most beautiful day ever.
no.
In a long time.
Well, for the past 2 weeks, we've had cold, slushy, rainy, and snowy weather. And then we had 1 day of no rain and sun. And now it's back to rain. And now it's rainy again. So
A lot of sun, though.
yeah, sure. You learn to appreciate the one, the
Sunny
days
day
in
you get.
between, the 1 day of sun. Yeah.
That's
well.
good.
Well,
Do I dare ask what cup did you drink from?
The wrong
Stars
one.
Cup.
Okay, the normal one. Yeah. Because I was supposed to stop at your place and pick up my Tipsy Wednesday cup, but I forgot when I drove past your place. So bummer.
Yeah, because we got Tipsy Wednesday cups now.
Yeah, so I'm just drinking from my travel cup thingy. That's it.
It's your own goddamn fault.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but I'm the only one missing out, I guess. So
Yeah, you
Thomas just had to go.
Go and fetch it.
Ah,
It looks
right.
kind of like this.
There we are. That's a
Kinda.
Tipsy Wednesday. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, because it is this.
Looking good. Yeah.
But it was just so shiny because the screen and everything reflects off of it on camera. That's why I said kind of.
But it's basically this the picture what you see in the background here. This side. Yeah, that's one over there.
Yeah.
Inverted. Yeah. So it's basically that wrapped around a cup. It's I think it's cool.
Coffee mug.
I think our logo always has been.
Cool.
Yes.
Mm?
The design, the picture, it's all hand drawn. Not by any of us though, but
I think it's computer
kind-
drawn.
well,
But it
yeah,
is made
maybe.
by someone.
it is
for us,
made
yes.
by yeah. So still thanks to her.
Hmm?
Next time we'll get an AI to do it.
Nah. Have you seen? Speaking of AI, have
Yeah,
you
we can.
seen the-
If you can upload the picture you already have and say make this.
Yeah, you
make some version of this?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But have you guys seen the new things that are popping up on YouTube mostly and on TikTok? The AI generated, not pictures, but videos. AI generated videos. Mostly, as I've seen, AI generated commercial lookalikes, or they're supposed to be commercials made by AI. And I've seen some AI-generated pizza commercials. I've seen AI-generated hamburger commercials, mainly McDonald's commercials, and they're like something you could imagine being played during the 90s. Retro style commercials with like over-the-top music, and it's very cliche, but the only uncanny thing, well, there's a lot of uncanny things, but the human drawn faces are like very eerie looking, but they're mind boggling to to watch, to say the least. So if you can find any of those, maybe I'll even link one in the description. I have one of the AI generated hamburger commercials on the side here. So maybe
But
I'll,
are they good though?
well, they're certainly original, like nothing else I've ever seen before. Like this.
Would you
this
eat a hamburger?
I don't know if I would have dared. Because it's like people happily singing along with distorted faces, eating their burgers with like mouths like this big, and hamburger robots dancing, and nearing the end of the commercial, there's like a dystopian future where the skyscrapers are replaced with giant hamburgers, and it's just something otherworldly. It's like so it's like someone made a commercial while they were high on acid or something. Yeah, it's a mind fuck, to say the least. I'll link one of those videos in the description. The AI generated hamburger commercial.
And speaking of commercials, nothing beats the good old late 80s, early 90s toy commercials. When you speak of
very,
over
very
the top
old
stuff.
Where the tanks look and soldiers could kill someone. The action men could do some real damage.
Yeah. The toy commercials back in the day were awesome.
Yeah, the new AI generated commercial, commercials, kind of remind me of retro style commercials back in the day. So go watch a few of them. They're usually very short, but entertaining to see at least.
Yeah, go watch commercials.
No,
That's what we recommend this week. No
They're
movies,
not
no series, just commercials.
They are not actual commercials. They are made to look like ones. So,
what are they then? If they're not commercials?
Entertaining videos.
Unofficial commercials, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah. I wouldn't say they're very effective, though. I didn't want to eat burgers after I watched the AI-generated hamburger commercial. No. Yeah.
Yeah, Junior.
What? Would I eat hamburger commercials?
Well,
you're perhaps the main host this evening.
Perhaps. But I figured you guys are so damn fine.
oh, we're fine. Yeah. Of course, we know we're damn fine.
Yeah. I was about to bring some cult shit, then I just read your topic, Björn.
Some cult shit about what? The
religion.
Yes.
I just need a segue, man.
No, there's no segue for this. It's some person's story I read on Reddit, or some person's situation. Basically, this person was born and raised in a very religious family. And let's just say he. I don't know if it was a he or she, but let's say he is now nearing his adult life. I would assume he's not fully independent yet, because he's basically in a position where he's like, okay, he was born and raised in a religious family, had to go to Sunday school and all, but now he's realizing that all of this religious things, he's not into it. He thinks it's all bull crap, but his family still says, their house, their rules, and he needs to stay religious as long as he lives with them. And if he decides to step out of religion, become basically an atheist, they will not recognize him as their child. They will like exclude him from their family, and basically like not acknowledge him or her as their child. So he's in a situation of like, should he continue to just play along with their religious games until he gets independent and moves out, or should he just say, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out now, and go on about his own?
Thing is, if he's not an adult, he kind of can't. And if he wants to go that route, he still needs to get some income and another place to live beforehand. So you should play along for a while at the very least.
Yeah, be a sleeper agent.
A sleeper agent.
For
So
the
on
atheist.
Yeah. Yeah, because why out yourself?
Well, because
Is-
it's so far from his current beliefs that he was pretty much somewhere along the lines. He said he was disgusted by religion and wanted out as soon as possible.
Yeah, but if he just
So-
plays along, he doesn't need to talk religion all the time, does he?
No,
Is it a topic?
no,
Is Jesus a daily topic in their household?
I don't
Or
know.
are
I
they
don't know.
just Christians that believes? Because if you don't need to actually talk about it all the time, it shouldn't be a problem for him to just hold out.
Yeah, I don't know how bad it was, but from the short synopsis I read, I kind of thought like, if he or she could find a way out as early as possible and maybe live with a relative up until they got independent or something along those lines, that could be a possibility.
Unless that
Otherwise-
relative is religious like the rest of the family.
Maybe, but maybe not again, because it doesn't mean that the whole of his family is very religious. Maybe just his closest family, and then you have some offshoots here and there that aren't. That maybe cut their ties long ago, and maybe
Yeah.
want to support this guy or girl because they're in the situation that they themselves found themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, but it sounds like a lot of hassle.
Obviously.
Did it say what kind of religion it is?
No, I don't think that was specified.
Mm.
No, because I would just keep calm. Keep calm.
Play along.
Play along, yeah.
Because that's the easiest outcome, as long as you can just maintain your sanity.
Your facade.
Your facade, yeah. Fair enough. But
Yeah, because,
obviously we don't know too many details to make a really good educated guess about the correct course of action. But from the info I read and the info I've given you, then you would say play along,
Yeah.
Junior.
Yeah,
Mm.
because we don't know if it's like just say praise Jesus once a month, or the
Church every
like-
Sunday. Or
It was church every
Yes.
Sunday and something else, but I don't I don't know the details. But I just got the general.
if it's not
gist of it.
extensive and swallowing the Kool-Aid, just pull along.
Wow, swallowing the Kool-Aid.
yeah,
I don't think it
guess.
was anything like
it
that.
might have been harder if it was Muslims, if they pray like 7 times a day or what it is. It might have been
Yeah,
harder
it was
to play
a very
along, but-
strict and time-consuming regime. Maybe.
But if it's some sort of offshoot Christianity, like the Mormons or something, just stick with it for a while longer and try to get out. But just stick with it until you're out.
Yeah, and when you get out, just say to your parents, "This is why I'm out of here. Get bye, motherfuckers."
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have anything to add or disagree with there, actually. It's like, yeah, sure, maybe just play along. I would agree with you.
Okay. Well, we are currently not complaining about or not arguing. We're A-okay. But what about Russian?
What about Russians? Yes, they're
Yeah, you wrote.
yes. What about the Russians? They're a hot topic these days, and have been for over a year now. Well, longer. Well, it was some. It was also something I read on Reddit that you know how the Russian government provides their form of news to the Russian people, mostly propaganda and
Yeah, state-owned news outlets.
yes, the state-owned the pro-Russian news, basically fake news. So you have on the other, well, keep that in mind, and you have video games that are reaching out internationally. One of these, an old one at this, Counter-Strike. You're able to make custom maps on Counter-Strike. And some people figured, the Russian government can't control what we see in our games. So maybe we will just make custom maps and upload to the internet in our games with news, real news in our video games to feed the Russian people the real news in some way, you know? So you have this situation where some people have figured they're able to feed news to the Russian people through video games, through online games. In this case, Counter-Strike with custom maps, and in this custom map you're able to load into this map and watch the latest news on the front. Yes, because the news that they would read on their nationally controlled news outlet isn't very trustworthy. That's the word. So yeah, that was interesting to see.
Like the attack on the Kremlin earlier this week.
Probably something like that would have been passed through those channels instead of the.
There was a drone attack, there was a drone attack on the Kremlin. Did you read about that?
Okay. No. I haven't been on the Counter-Strike news.
Apparently, Ukraine had launched a drone to try and assassinate or take out Putin at the Kremlin.
All right.
So there's this video going around where a drone explodes in the Kremlin. But experts have found a couple of flaws in this video that the Russian news outlets released. One, there are some flags nearby the explosion. And they don't, like, the shockwaves or anything doesn't face the flags somehow. So they're just hanging there. Also, there's a couple of guys sitting on one of the roofs, and they don't react at all to this explosion.
So, what you're saying is it's a very poorly made fake video.
Yeah, basically.
No, it's not poorly made.
It isn't poorly made, but they forgot some details around.
Okay. So
yeah,
it wasn't
because
flawless.
No, it looks like they blew them. It's their own drone that they blew up. Yeah, because you can really see it does not hit the Kremlin, right?
Yeah, it explodes before it hits.
Yeah, in a quite fiery explosion, which is like pyrotechnical. So, I believe they blew up their own drone.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by anything. It's
or it may be CGI made. Even.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think it's CGI. I wouldn't say that, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Now we are talking about Russians. Have you seen the modern solution to get away from the war?
No.
Russian men are now identifying as women.
Is that allowed in Russia?
Yeah. They're doing everything they can to.
Well, I've heard about Russian men being forced into the military, but trying to avoid it by literally breaking their arms. Because if you have a broken arm, you're not worthy of being an army man, you know, logically. But identifying yourself as a woman so that you won't get into the military, that's...
Yeah.
That
You
might
think it's
actually
wrong.
fly in the West. I don't think it will work in Russia.
It does. People
It
are
does?
doing it. Yeah.
Jesus, I didn't think that was possible in Russia, because I know they don't like gay people or anything like that. So
maybe there wouldn't be too...
So I didn't think they had that kind of policy where if you identify as something, it has to be like that. Even Ukraine doesn't do that. If you're a trans woman, you're still registered as a man, and you have to stay in the country.
Well, this is a modern problem. It needs modern solution.
Yeah, some of those cases may be relevant, but if I identify as a 70-year-old man, I don't qualify for pension still. Because the fact is, I am not.
And even so, it would be minimum.
And even so,
pension.
it would be minimum. But
If
I
you
would
got
not
to-
be able to retire from my work if I just suddenly identified as a 70-year-old man. Because that wouldn't be facts. It would be... Do you see what I mean here? It's
Never say never.
never say never. What's that?
Justin Bieber.
No. Oh, no.
Never
Oh,
say
no.
never. That's the title of a James Bond movie, though. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, do you have anything else?
Nope. It was just interesting to see about how some news are able to reach in an unfiltered form.
Yeah, but
To
wouldn't
Russian
the online gamers be the ones that perhaps had more connections to the West, anyways?
Probably.
Well, okay, so now we are on the modern solutions. We are done with that.
Yeah.
What about why stereotypical Thai girls, Thomas?
Yeah, no, stereotypes. A lot of people think of, or not think of, but there are a lot of ladyboys in Thailand, right?
Yeah, they're known for...
They're one
yes.
of the countries actually known for having quite a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on these dating apps, you know, still a single guy in the group. And there are a lot of Thai girls on these apps. And I
yes.
came across one of the profiles, and the first sentence in the bio was like, "Not a ladyboy," and then it
Ah.
continued. I was like, "Is that such a problem that you have to specify that you're not a ladyboy?"
Maybe.
Are Thai girls or that the Western people get in touch with known to be ladyboys or something?
Well, apparently so, if that person felt the need to specify that in the first sentence of their
Yep.
bio. Yeah, apparently that's has to be so then.
Because my mind was like, you say that, but is it true?
If you felt the need to say it first thing, isn't that suspicious in the first place?
It kind of was. But then again, I do get swipe through a lot of trans people, but I won't say that a lot of them are Thai. Maybe because I'm living in the West, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, well, I guess it is a stereotype. But stereotypes are there for a reason, because there's some high frequency of that happening, whether or not it be a privileged white male living in a Western world being privileged. That's a stereotype. And, you know, Thai girls being lady boys. That's, I guess, also a stereotype, apparently. So, yeah.
I just didn't think
just
it
surprising.
it was necessary to specify that you're not a ladyboy.
Well, maybe they just wanted things, I don't know, wanted to specify that first thing so that people had no chance of misunderstanding.
Perhaps. But I do notice people who are trans or ladyboys or whatever, they also write that in their bio. So just to make sure that people don't go on a doozy.
Yes. Yeah, maybe it's for the best. It saves everyone the unnecessary time spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should go on my Tinder account and just say I'm a man. First sentence.
Yeah.
And then I can write the rest. Because the
If that
pictures
wasn't-
doesn't tell the story.
If that wasn't obvious, then yes, maybe. But I think the pictures aren't. What? Do you think it looks like a lady?
Maybe no.
What's the song? Dude looks like a lady.
Yeah, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Good song though. Well,
Yeah.
maybe more relevant now than ever. Even.
Yeah, but
Who
do
would
you
have
know
thought?
why the song was written?
I don't know why it was written.
Maybe there's some meaning behind it. Share us your knowledge, Junior.
Yeah, because I don't remember who wrote it. Was it? But he looked at all these bands around him. Dude looks like a lady.
Yeah, a lot of the 80s rock bands in tights and whatnot. Yeah, perhaps long hair and everything. But
So
it has its meaning even in today's society.
Perhaps some other meaning, but sure.
Yeah. But it's kind of relevant. But yeah, I hope the pictures in my profile it tells the story that I'm a man, even though in one of the pictures I wear a fake mustache and a wig and a hat and everything.
I think it's fairly obvious. I think you're safe in this regard.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a man. I look like one.
Ah,
like
feel
one.
like
wow. Now I'm starting
Do you
to doubt it. If you need to specify it.
Yeah, everything.
See what you did there? Yeah.
do you feel like you need to I don't know.
I feel like a man.
you need to put emphasis on it by every chance you get.
Yeah.
Wise.
Twice. I'm a man.
While we are at the topic of Gmails and such, Björn, why do you
That's not-
toilet break?
That has nothing to do with Gmails or anything. Toilet breaks are something everyone needs every once in a while, some more than others. And it so happens to be that if you're at work...
I read that sentence wrong when I saw it. I was like, toilet breaks.
Oh, no. Like a pause, like a timeout. I need a pause time at the toilet.
You need a break.
to do your stuff, yes, because if you're like me, you have a job, you work several hours a day, 8. So
I'm not like you, and I still have work, though.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But the point is, you have a lot of time during your day spent at work. So obviously, there's a high chance you need to go to the toilet at one point during your workday. However, some people spend a lot of time on the toilet, especially when they're doing their number 2, to put it the kindest way possible. So a UK-based startup company figured out that they would solve this problem for the big companies' interest in making more money. So they are making a new kind of toilet that are, how can I illustrate this? You know, when you sit on the toilet, it's basically a 90-degree flush angle, and you sit on it, and it's fairly comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
This new UK company decided that, what if we make what if we make our toilets uncomfortable to sit on? Let's tilt them at an angle so it feels like you're sliding off the toilet while you're sitting there. They figured if they tilted their toilets at a 13-degree angle, it would get uncomfortable to sit there for more than 5 minutes, causing employees to spend less time on the toilet. So, what do you guys think about this?
Well, first off, if your thighs get really tired of holding you up there, you will slide off and shit all over the floor.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was my first thought as well. Because imagining getting all the shit stains down the toilet bottle, right? Because you're sliding down with your ass crack when you're getting tired.
When you visit the toilet after someone else, there's like a brown strip on the edge of the toilet where you can slid off.
Yeah, imagining the bathroom stalls. Like
they all have a shit stain at the very end where people slid off.
No, just imagining a guy in the bathroom is like, Frodo, I can't hold on anymore. Or is it Sam? I'm going to let go. Don't let go, man. Stay stuck. No, I cannot.
Stay on the ring. Stay on the ring.
Stay on the ring. And then you hear, no. And then you got shit everywhere.
Yeah, well,
and if you actually are shitting for longer than 5 minutes, maybe you should go see a doctor if this is a problem for you. But yeah, I don't think people are actually shitting all the time. I think some people are just sitting there on their phones or something.
Yes,
like having an extra break, and you can do that even if the toilets are tilted, because you can just stand in the stall on your phone if that's what you're doing.
Yes, but
that's less comfortable, though.
It is, but you're still not working and you're doing your own thing, right? So.
Well,
I'm imagining if you are shitting like 5 minutes, then the work will get even longer because you have to stretch out during your shits.
Your shit stretch out.
Yeah.
Aren't you being stretched while shitting, in a sense?
Yeah, in a sense, but I imagine it will hurt your knees, right? So you need to stand up.
Yeah, mid shit. You just have to.
Yeah, mid shit.
Stand up, relax your thighs, feet a bit.
The people haven't really thought through this glorious porcelain throne.
Yeah,
maybe they should tilt the toilet the other way, so you kind of like fall back onto the toilet.
What?
Just making it uncomfortable, but you don't fall off.
Well, my thinking of this is like, this is mostly interesting for huge companies that are already, well, obviously they're huge companies making profits for their higher-ups. So how can we make the higher-ups make more money? This is an excellent solution somehow for the big companies to get bigger. Does it help the employees in any way? I don't think so. I think it will be...
will the administration get these toilets as well?
I have no idea.
Just the guys on the floor. You're already struggling in every way.
As far as I read, this was a UK-based startup company that had this idea. It's not put into place yet, but I imagine a lot of large companies would be very interested in this. I imagine if Jeff Bezos saw this, he would be enthusiastic as hell. It would be like, oh, more productivity. Yes, more money.
Yeah, but didn't the Japanese people solve this problem long ago with their like shit in the floor toilet setup? You could do that again.
Shit in the floor toilet setup?
Yeah,
the
you know,
Japanese?
Yeah. Those squatting toilets.
Oh,
It's basically a
that's not
toilet
a-
in the floor with which you are sitting and squatting over it.
that's not a huge thing in modern Japan, though, is
No,
it?
it isn't. That's why I said they solved that problem long ago.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, they are going away from those toilets, and now
But-
they have the toilets that wash your ass and everything.
But my thinking about this is, yes, if a huge company like, let's just say Amazon, because Bezos is famous for like pushing his employees, as well as a lot of other companies, Tesla with Elon Musk, it's like pushing their employees to the brink of sanity and comfort and a lot of other things. So it would likely make the big companies bigger, and it would be hugely interesting and economically gain. It would provide huge economic gains potentially for
How-
big companies, but it would come at the cost of the comfort and well-being of their employees, and you would likely see a decline in people's morale if they're literally restricted for the one break they can have during the day, or one or two few breaks they can have during the
Would
day.
the HR department like this?
I have no idea. It's it's like, yeah, the company could make more money, but their employees that would, let's say they would suffer from this, would not like it very much, and they would most likely get a little bit more sick leave. They would get more tired at work. It would in the long run be worse for the employees, and maybe even worse for the company as a whole, because the employees would have would have a little bit of a shittier day. No pun intended.
So is this just a short-term solution?
Haven't they spoken about this before?
Toilet breaks?
Toilet breaks, perhaps, but not vertical toilets.
No, bad design toilets.
Well,
Because
we've talking about bad design, or intentional uncomfortable design in, let's say, park
Benches.
furniture, benches, so that homeless people won't sit there, because we don't want homeless people
Sleep there.
we don't want homeless people near our rich people,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah, didn't we have a solution for that? Drive them away to their
Drive them away. So you don't really tackle the problem. You're just solving a symptom of the problem.
Mm-hmm. You can
So it's
take them
like-
to the special home for homeless people, where they'll go and you'll never see them again.
It's like if you see someone bleeding and you like wipe off their blood and they keep bleeding, but you wipe off their blood and they keep bleeding and you wipe off their blood again. That's curing the symptom. Why don't you stop the bleeding? That would be curing the problem instead.
But how do you cure homelessness?
Yeah, exactly. You tackle it in it's a grander problem, you know. It's no easy fix. But uncomfortable furniture isn't one of them. And neither is uncomfortable toilets. That doesn't really solve productivity issues if a company has
Well,
productivity issues.
It's also a problem
Imagine
that
how
aren't there, basically.
Yeah.
imagine how foolish you will look if they introduce this and hemorrhage go down by 20% or something.
Oh, well, that would be good, but it would also prove that the toilets didn't function as intended, but they solved a different problem, or helped relieve a different problem. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, well, that was just my 2 cents on that. It's I don't think it really solves the productivity issue. If a company wants more productivity, they could try to help their employees in other ways to make them more productive.
Yeah, but they don't
in other
want
ways.
to help their employees. They want their employees to help them and make money,
Yes.
because that's
Yes.
the way the cookie crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're speaking of morale and such. What's the best morale?
Are you
Food.
transitioning again?
Yeah.
Porn.
Yes.
Porn. It's good moral. No, I read in the papers this week that the poor people in not the poor, but the people of Ohio, they can't access Pornhub or the
Oh,
other
no.
hubs
Oh no.
at the moment, because there has been or government has approved a new strict rule. So to watch porn in the future, they are developing this technology, but they're introducing the technology now to the porn sites where you have to use your bank ID stuff to register to enter porn sites to show that you're 18 or older to actually use the sites. But until that is up and running, they have just shut down access for the porn sites.
So basically, they wanted to tackle a problem where minors could just enter porn sites with no proper age verification.
Are you older than 18? Yes, no.
That's basically the age verification control put in sites by the sites themselves. But obviously, you could just press yes and you're free to go and move on. Yes. Easy for a 12-year-old to just click and off they go.
Yep.
But yeah. So what do you think about this solution here? Was this a grand epic solution to this problem of theirs?
Maybe less people are now watching porn in Ohio, but they had seen a huge surge in people getting VPNs. So
virtual proxy networks.
Yep.
Or
it
something
was up
along
by
those
30% or something
lines.
in a week or so.
For people who don't know what that is, it's basically so that you can, in your computer in Ohio, you can route your traffic through another state where those where those rules aren't enforced, and then that site recognizes your traffic coming from that other place which isn't restricted, and you're free to go.
New York or a different country.
Yes, so you could pretend you're somewhere else, and and then you're free to go.
Yep.
So obviously there.
But still, it requires a bit of work or even use of money to then get to access the porn sites.
Yes, because VPN services aren't free. You pay a yearly sum usually, or a monthly
or
or
whatever.
Yeah.
So that also verifies that you are older than 18, perhaps, in a way. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, in a way, indirectly.
But how would that be if that applied in Norway, and I entered in the verification stuff on my computer? If I left for work with my computer on, and my son was in the proper age, he could just access my computer and voila, porn.
I guess, yeah. How is that? How would that age verification? Would it be tied to a login account? Would it be tied to an IP address? Would it be how would it recognize a login?
It didn't say.
Face ID.
Face ID. You have to have a webcam as well now to enter porn sites. No, maybe you actually have to create an account on Pornhub to use it. And you have to verify your age and everything through your bank ID.
Imagining, it keeps a record of your Face ID and your face during your whole visit on Pornhub.
No.
I think if your son is watching Pornhub through your computer, you get a video copy of him.
No,
that's child porn, dude.
I think it would be put in place with being tied to a login account, and you had to verify your ID with that account.
Yeah, you have to
So
create an
you
account
would-
on Pornhub, or it recognizes your, say, Google account or whatever. Something
Yes,
like that.
something along those lines.
Mm.
So
But
you
if
would
it was
get the
if it was the IP address, then every computer in the household would have access if one person just
that would be
verifies.
bad.
So that
But
would
imagine
be
that.
the problem.
Imagine that it was tied to your Google account or even your Facebook. It would be like logging into your Pornhub account, and like to age verify easily, you could link up to your Facebook account and you click link up, and everyone on your Facebook wall sees Thomas is now using Pornhub Premium or something. It's like voila.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! If you guys
He
didn't know,
liked-
here it is.
He liked this video.
It shows on Facebook. Added this
Watch
video
this
to
video.
favorites.
Oh no! Oh no!
He searched
Yeah, well.
for. Yeah,
I
no,
imagining
uh,
the I imagining the AI getting so good, like you can figure out which movie he nutted to. Right?
The
yeah,
AI.
Yeah, Pornhub could probably tell you if that was the case. Like, he logged in today, he watched 10 seconds of this movie, 10 seconds of that, 5 minutes on this movie, then he logged off. That would be the movie, right? Probably the
wouldn't
last
be
movie
too-
you watched.
Yeah,
It'd be
the
too
last
hard
movie.
to figure out. Yes.
Yeah. I just imagining a survey coming. Each year you nutted to this kind of type of video with the most.
Do you do you
The
think they would
most
need a survey? They
nutted.
know.
The
They
most
don't
nutted
need
movie.
a survey. They don't need a survey. They know.
No, but it comes like a spreadsheet to you. So you can figure out what your preference is.
You
Right.
probably know your preference, but yeah.
Yeah,
it would
but
just
you're...
it would be funny.
And
yeah,
then-
getting like your favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
Or something.
your favorite actress, your...
Or actor.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct, yeah.
let's be
This
equal
kept
here.
you...
But every year they Pornhub and the porn sites share like most searched categories and which countries like which categories the most and stuff. It's always interesting. I think we talked about it a year ago.
Yes,
so.
we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah. So
Some interesting statistics there.
there are statistics, Junior. Just
There
not.
are huge amounts of statistics, but they're
They-
not
they just
publicly
don't-
available.
Yeah, and they don't release your personal statistics to you.
Mm.
Although I imagine if you have an account, you can probably keep track yourself.
Yeah, but I just figured it would be funny if he had said, like, this is the most nutted video.
It wouldn't be useful,
Oh,
but sure, it would be funny. Yeah, it would
Yeah,
be
Nutted to
entertaining.
this movie 400 times this year. You
You
get the golden nut.
the golden...
You're a
Yeah,
Imagine
walking
that,
golden nut.
a statue of just 2 golden nuts. The Nut Award.
Nut awards.
I just imagine the
That
golden
would have been
cup
funny
or something.
to see, though.
Yes.
What would you
Would
call
it-
the
would
girls'
you have been
version of the nut awards? Because you can only award the nut
The-
awards
the-
to
The Muff
Guys.
Award.
the Muff awards. Yeah.
Would you have been proud to receive an award like that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It would be a nice topic for Tipsy Wednesday, though.
Sure
I got
would.
the golden nuts this year.
That means a minimum of 400 nuts per year. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine imagining getting an email? You spent so many hours on the hub or something like that.
You have been awarded with this award.
The
Most
Watchers
time spent.
Award.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Maybe, yeah.
Well,
I was about to say we're still here.
Yeah.
Speaking of nuts,
Nuts, yeah. The champagne mystery has finally been solved.
How is this related to nuts?
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Is it not or is it nut?
It's not.
nuts.
It's nut.
But yeah, the great champagne mystery has been solved. Do you know what the mystery is?
No, I don't.
No, I didn't either. I didn't know there was a mystery surrounding champagne, and we're talking about champagne, the bubbly drink.
Okay.
And the scientists from America and France have now figured out why the bubbles in the champagne glass go upwards in the glass. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Scientists had
Is
to figure
this
this
a
out.
fucking mystery?
Yeah, it is. Because if you have a soda or a beer or something, all the tiny bubbles just fizz around in the glass or along the side of the glass. But in champagne,
Yes.
they all just rise up from where they are.
Okay.
They don't fizz around.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, champagne is the drink they do this in, and no other fizzy drink.
Okay.
And one of the reasons are because the bubbles are bigger in champagne. And a bubble means there's air inside, right? So they will be lighter than the drink, so it will float upwards.
But in
the
like a soda, the bubbles wouldn't be as big, so
Yeah,
they
they're very tiny.
attach to the glass wall or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also it has to do with the ingredients in the champagne, because you get like a soap or oily effect. You have had water in something and then added oil on top, and you get layers. It wouldn't mix,
Yeah.
right? So apparently that's the same within the champagne, that the bubbles wants to like automatically be on top of the drink and not in the drink.
Hmm.
And that had to do with the ingredients. You got the soap effect basically, so it would just go on to the top. So scientists have actually been working around the clock to figure this out.
That's
Money.
Yeah, it's like wow, that's well spent resources right there. That's a question we really needed answered.
Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine
Wow.
those hours and allowances and everything that went into this research had been spent on curing cancer instead.
but
Don't
now
know
we
how
know.
much time they actually used, but
But no, we needed to solve real problems,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
why the champagne bubbles float to the top instead of
Yeah, and,
fizz around
and
in the
also
bottle.
basically in straight lines, they just go straight to the top. No fizzing around like other.
okay. It's like well spent time and resources.
That's like
and
it's
manpower.
like a problem someone figured out when they were slightly drunk or tipsy. I was like, wonder why the bubbles are just keep going to the top of the glass. But yeah, the they have figured out why. So yeah.
Good job.
What
Yeah.
are they going to research next? Why the champagne falls out of the glass if you pour it
Yeah.
or something?
No, I hope not. But maybe now they are trying to figure out why the tiny bubbles in sodas don't do exactly the same as the champagne bubbles. I don't know. He didn't
Would
say.
be I imagine it would be for a lot of the same reasons.
But also, they have used time and energy to research this, and then the newspapers here in Norway use time and energy to write an article about it afterwards.
And we're using time and energy to read
to read and talk
reiterate.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, how funny the world works. It's,
Yeah. Well, I just found it really funny because it was like this huge, like the champagne mystery has been solved, and I was like, "What champagne mystery? I need to read this."
Exactly, they got
Yeah,
you.
they got me.
They got
Yeah.
And then I was reading about bubbles, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why have they researched this?"
Yeah, that's the bigger question. We're not getting paid to talk about this, but the news outlet required some manpower and work hours to write an article, and the scientists needed manpower and resources to research this. That's more questionable the longer down the line you go.
We can get paid for this.
We can get
If
paid.
our listeners want to support us, they can send us money in the link below.
Sure.
Yeah, then we would get paid for this shit.
but mind you, this podcast is something we do on our spare time besides our real work. So I think we're
because
excused in that way.
some episodes really doesn't show that.
No.
Up unprepared with nothing to talk about, and it's like, what have you watched this week?
And it just evolves
Anything.
into animes and games. Yeah.
But this week we actually came prepared with topics to talk about.
Yes.
Some news, mostly news.
Mostly news. No. We had some problems as well that didn't need solving, like crooked toilets.
Yeah.
Uh,
We talked
yeah.
about stereotypes. And by the way, I'm a man.
You're a man.
Now
I'm
I'm
a
starting
man.
to doubt your identity, but okay.
We're men. We're manly men.
Manly men.
It's like-
We are.
Men in tights. No.
It's like if you introduce yourself and say, "Hi, I'm Thomas. I don't eat children for breakfast." Like nobody asked you that. Why did you need to emphasize that? Now we're starting to doubt if you do, or if you don't. It's like,
Why the fuck did you say that?
I'm a good person.
Maybe I'll say that next time I introduce myself to someone. Hi, I'm Thomas.
My name is.
I'm a man. I don't eat children, and I'm a nice guy. You can
I
trust me.
don't. I
Sure.
guess you would said start like I'm Thomas. I'm a man. I'm not a killer.
Yeah. I'm actually a nice guy. You can trust me.
10 out of 10 women would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask them in my basement.
Yeah, bet that was what Fritzl said.
Oh no, no.
10 out of 10 with women. Just ask my daughter in the basement.
Daughters.
Daughter.
Okay, yeah. That
The
was
grand-
quite some time ago, wasn't it?
It's many years ago now, yeah.
Many years ago now. Yeah.
That's why we're joking about
Still-
it.
Yeah.
Mostly because we didn't have the podcast many years ago.
Mm.
I probably would have made fun of him a long time ago then.
Well, the thing is, we should be able to talk about it while not actually. It's the whole comedian's problem. You can joke about something and not sincerely
Actually
think
mean
it's
it,
yeah. It's but oh well.
Yeah, because that's the main problem with comedians, or not comedians, but people who hate on comedians these days. Because some comedians like the shock factor, like that's the punchline, the shock factor of the thing.
Yes,
and
yes.
that's what people like laugh about because it's so shocking. But that's also what people are annoyed about. You can't joke about stuff like that. It's too serious.
Well, it's kind of hard to joke about 9/11 though. But America.
Fuck yeah.
It's from Team America, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I should rewatch that. I haven't seen that in years. I think the last time I actually saw the movie was at your room, Björn, when we lived home at the countryside.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and the movie is probably more funny now than it was then when I was a kid. 2000 and early 2000s. So yeah.
Are we?
I think
reaching
we
the
are.
wrap?
I
Yep.
think. Yep.
We reached the 1 hour mark and we're out of topics and we don't want to go into animes and games again.
But next time we will talk about animes and games. Remember to click in the links below, like, favorite, subscribe, send us money. We need that. Follow Thomas on all his social medias. I hope you
My
enjoyed
social
the
medias?
show.
I only have the TikTok. The rest is podcast related.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Which
Give
my
us
TikTok
money.
also is.
I hope you enjoyed the show. I have to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oops, goodbye.